Today people, they spend so much money on these takeaways and even these dessert parlors. So many people, they eat out in different dessert parlors, and the prices are in fact extortionate. Now today everyone is crying about Brexit and how prices will go high. But if you look at the amount of unnecessary spending that many people do, you'll realize one of those unnecessary types of spendings is in these dessert parlors. They go to these dessert parlors and they have desserts costing £8, £6, and you look at the amount that is placed on the plate, the amount is not even worth £1 or £2, meaning the extortionate prices people pay for these things, and then they have no barakah, blessings in their earnings. They have no blessings in their earnings because the income bracket is low, but the lifestyle is, meaning they attempt to maintain a high lifestyle. And this is why so many youth want to make easy money. When they want to make easy money, that means that they do not want to work. When they do not want to work, meaning hard grafting or earning money from the sweat of one's brow, when they do not want to do this, they attempt to make money from the wealth which is acquired through haram, impermissible means. One of those impermissible means is through selling drugs. Meaning what type of drugs? Of course, when I use the word drugs, sometimes some people will say pharmacy. Being a pharmacist is permitted. We know pharmacy is permitted and those type of drugs are permitted. But the type of drugs I mean are narcotics that are sold on the streets. The effect of selling those drugs, people may think that they are earning quick money, easy money, but the barakah will be removed. The blessings will be removed. That money will become a curse. How will that money become a curse? So many people, they complain regarding worries and stress, but if you notice, there will be people who own off-license businesses, they own or they may earn money through haram income. Any haram income. How? Different ways of earning haram, meaning declaring money. For instance, as an imam of a masjid, at one point someone said to me, why do you declare your entire income? Why do you declare your entire income? If you declared less, you will get more money from the government. But the person doesn't realize that if I were to declare less, the extra money that I will receive from the government is earned through a lie, by lying. When I earn that money, that bad money that I am earning will have an effect on me. When I feed myself and I feed my children, it will have an effect on them also. If this is just about declaring, just not declaring or declaring, which is a controversial issue because people will say the taxman taxes too much in this country, so we have a reason for doing so. What about the reasons that are very explicit, like earning money through drugs, earning money through alcohol? When people earn this money, eventually they may think the money is easy money. In reality, it's not easy money as well, because so many of those people who work in those alcohol off licenses, they do 12-hour shifts, 14-hour shifts. Some of them may even do 16-hour shifts. They have on athlete's foot, meaning keeping the same shoes on and the same socks on, and they work day in, day out. They do not see their families. There's no barakah in that earning. They may think the money is good. Then what happens is that as a result of such an earning, they will have an effect, bad effects in their lives. Meaning they will have depression, they will have different problems, but they are not realizing one of the causes of that is earnings. So why do they resort to haram earnings? Because of the lack of tawakkul, reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, they seem to think that if we do not earn our earnings through this means, we will not be able to feed our children, we will not be able to make a living, or we will not be able to sustain ourselves. Not knowing that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala closes a door, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also opens many doors. Meaning if one door is closed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open many doors. Recently when I went to Malawi, how the people in Malawi, how they live, is majority of the population is that they have seeds. They place the seeds. Now the soil of Africa, the rest of Africa, aside from Egypt, I mentioned Egypt, but the rest of Africa is fertile soil. Any type of seed you place, the land will give something. So what they do is that they place the seeds into the ground and then they wait for the rainy season. When the raining season comes, the rain will come and then the ground will give some vegetation, different types of vegetation. When those vegetations come out, they eat from that. If it doesn't rain, the vegetation will fail, meaning they have pure reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This strong reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that a person realizes and knows that if he stops doing haram for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if he stops selling drugs for the sake of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open many doors for him in halal income. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will place barakah in his income also.